Good morning. As you might have noticed, today is the first day of Lent, Ash Wednesday. When I was younger, Ash Wednesday meant I couldn't eat meat, I wouldn't see chocolate for another 40 days, and I had to compete with my friends to see who could keep her ashes on for the longest time. Although I always knew that the reason for the season was Jesus' sacrifice for my salvation, Ash Wednesday always carried an overall sad and gloomy connotation, one with which I'm sure many of you can relate. However, in the Gospel today, Jesus' message is far from gloom. He tells us to take up the Lenten challenge of prayer, fasting, and almsgiving with a smile. Giving up foods and vices like swearing and gossiping satisfy our Lenten fasting. We pray every day before class, and during Lent we pray more than usual at bridges during lunch. We fulfill our almsgiving by giving to charities like Hope for Haitians, and we do extra on our own throughout the day to pray, fast, and give alms. Although it's easy to complain about our free time being taken up by prayer, or about the gaping hole left in our lives in the absence of Netflix, we're not meant to be gloomy for 40 days. During the Islamic feast of Ramadan, which is a month-long fast, the Muslim people do not eat from sunup until sundown. Yet the people see this month as one of their highest celebrations, and are joyful because they know they are sacrificing for God. We too should have this attitude for the next 40 days. We are loved so much by God that he sent his Son to die for us. That should fill us with enough joy and gratitude to make this season one of happiness. The theme for Rosary's Lent this year, which is seeing Jesus in ourselves and in others, should help us be chipper. We can see Jesus in ourselves and others through our prayer, fasting, and almsgiving. When we make sacrifices and pray extra, we recognize the love, sacrifice, generosity of Jesus in ourselves. And when we show kindness to other people, we show them that they are created in the image and likeness of God. Once we've overcome our negative preconceptions of Lent, another temptation is present. We may start to see Ash Wednesday as a good time to start a diet, or a time to break a bad habit. But that's not going to help us live out our theme. In everything we do during Lent, we should be able to see Jesus. If we gave up sweets so we can fit into that salute dress, or if we're developing self-discipline in our exercise regime to get the perfect arms for our summer tank tops, we're not seeing Jesus in what we're doing. Instead, what we should do is give up sweets because Jesus gave up all food for 40 days in the desert, or exercise with the thought that Jesus endured excruciating pain on the cross for us. We're supposed to be happy, but we're also to keep in mind what we are commemorating. Jesus' fast in the desert before he started his ministry, and his ultimate sacrifice in the crucifixion. The great thing is, if we make continual sacrifices these next 40 days, we will get the results we want physically while forming a strong spiritual relationship with God, which can last a lifetime. Because Jesus sacrificed everything for us, we will dedicate the next 40 days for him. Through our prayer, fasting, and almsgiving, we will give back to him a fraction of the love he has shown us. The ashes on our foreheads remind us that we were created by God and are loved by him no matter what. Let's take this knowledge with us everywhere we go, even after the ashes have worn off.